I remember when you were just my sister's older friend, but somehow over time that transitioned into being able to call you my very own friend. I think what truly changed this for me was our first trip to Ukraine in 2016. We spent day in and day out with over 100 kids in the heat of the day, but somehow, despite that, how tired we were, we made a bond that began it all, and apparently vlogged it all along the way. The funny thing is that our last trip to Ukraine was when I noticed that Hanna was sending entire paragraphs to someone over the phone. They were like essays. Hanna claimed it was nothing at the time and they were just friends, but I didn't buy it at all. Turns out that Josh was just asking about culture and Ukrainian worship, as Josh would. But that's the beautiful thing about their love. It began as just a friendship until one day she told us she's going on a date with Josh, and the rest was history.
Let's burn like the stars and leave it all behind.
It's been about 24 years since we first met, and Josh was in school for every single one of those years until he just graduated this summer with his master's in divinity. To a lot of people, including myself, that sounds like way too long in a classroom, but it perfectly describes how I know Josh. Josh has to be the most dedicated, hardworking, and studious person I've ever known.
To be chasing the sun through an endless black sky, until I caught a glimpse of your effortless smile, and I knew it was the start of a lifetime. 'Cause I never felt so alive. This morning, turning into wildfire. Let's burn like the stars and leave it all behind. This is the start of a lifetime.
I always said that I wanted to wait a year before marrying my future wife. Well, yesterday marked exactly 1 year of us dating, so I kept my word to the day, literally. And I have found a very good thing in you, Hanna, my bride.
In the quiet Garden of Eden, even before the forbidden and the fateful fruit was eaten, God saw that it's not good for the man to be alone. And He made a help suitable for him. And God established a marriage while the angels were witnessing the wonderful scene. And Lord saw that it was very good.
When I first reached out to you, all I was expecting was to get some new multicultural worship music suggestions from a pretty girl. If it went further, great. If not, fine. Well, I got my music, so I figured I'd keep this going. But all I got were messages saying, oh, you're in the Adirondacks. Oh, you're in Ukraine. It's like, I get it. Okay, you don't want to talk to me anymore. But I was pleasantly surprised that you actually did respond and that you were actually in those places and you still took time to talk to me.
Josh, I overthink every decision that I make. But I knew you were the one when I fell in love with you without ever realizing there was a decision to make. Something about you made it so easy for me to love you and be around you. You told me that your goal for our relationship was to help each other become more like Jesus, and you have helped me in that by calling me out whenever I wasn't looking to Jesus and directing my gaze back to Him. And I need to be called out a lot. You've reminded me to chill and not stress when I have 100 things on my to-do list. And you loved me in a way that I never thought that I could be loved.
By authority of minister of gospel of Jesus Christ. First time I pronounce Mr. Joshua Marcolino and Mrs. Hanna Marcolino.
What holds me together, what tears me apart. I could never lose that part of you that lives in my heart.